children. So in the last video, I had started with a new chapter, that is lesson number 3, bones, muscles and movement. So now today let us continue with the next topic under this chapter. And before continuing the next topic, I would like to give you a quick recap of what we have learned in the last video. So in the last video, we have learned the different types of systems in our body, like nervous system, respiratory system and so on, and their functions also. We learned various types of bones in our body and the uses of bones, also what the bone is made up of, correct? Then we also studied the functions of a skeleton. We studied we are dividing the system in two parts, that is axial and appendicular. So under axial we have skull, we have our skull, then we have rib cage, then we have our back, that is backbone or vertebrae. Okay, so in the skull there are the whole skull. It is made up of face bones and as well as the cranium, that is total of 22 bones. Okay, then the rib cage, it has 12 pairs of ribs. The last two pairs of ribs are not attached to the sternum, so they are called as floating ribs. Also the backbone is not made up of a single long bone. It is made up of short bones called as vertebrae, and they are 33 in number, correct? We also studied the forelimbs, correct? The arm, upper arm and lower arm, their bones, the radius, ulna and humerus, correct? Then the leg bones, that is the thigh bone, femur, which is the longest bone in our body. The lower leg bones are tibia and fibula. So now today let us continue with the joints. This is a new topic, joints. So now bones are, if bones are present just like that in our body without any connection, how can we do any kind of movement? We can't, right? So they have to be attached at some point. So that point, a place where two bones meet or join, that place is called as a joint, where bone and bone, one bone and another bone meets. Okay. Then we'll study the different types of joints next. Before that, let us understand few terms here. Ligaments. Ligaments are the fibers. Okay, they are the fibers which attach a bone to a bone. So for example, if this is a bone, this is one bone, okay, and this is another bone. So this place, it has to be attached, right? So bone to bone, there will be fibers present here and they are called as ligaments. Okay. Now tendons. Tendons are again a tough fiber that will attach a muscle to a bone. Cartilage. Cartilage are the flexible rubber-like substances present in between the bones. So if directly the bones are joined here, okay, there will be a lot of friction when we are moving any particular part of our body, correct? So lot of friction, what happens? The bones will get broken into pieces, small pieces. So what is present here? This place, cartilage. It is a soft rubber-like material, substance. See, even your ear bone have bones. Inside there are 3 bones, but the outside, the pinna, the ear pinna is made up of cartilage. It is neither soft, neither hard. It is in between. Okay, so cartilage will be in that manner. Your nose also, if you touch your nose, it is not even very soft, not too hard. Correct? Okay. Next is synovial fluid. So this fluid is a lubricating fluid. Lubricating means, see, when a machine device needs to run for a long time and function properly, we do oil them, right? From time to time we put oil to that. So for our bones, this works as the oil. It helps in lubricating the bones. Okay, so this fluid is present here in between. Okay, now moving on to the types of joint. So we studied what are joints. Joint is a place where two bones meet. Okay, so under that it is divided into two parts. First is immovable joint and second is movable joint. By the name itself, you might understand what is an immovable joint. Immovable, which cannot move. Okay. So in the last video, I had explained you about the cranium. So if this is the cranium, there are, when we are small kids, okay, small babies, the bones are not fused together. Only when we start growing, the bones and the bones grow and they fuse. When they fuse, what happens? Here there are zigzag lines appearing on the cranium. Okay, so these are joined together. One bone of the cranium is joined with the other bone of the cranium. And these joints do not move at all. So such joints we call as immovable joints. Also on your face, okay, there are different bones attached to each other, but they are not movable. They don't move. The only bone which moves is your jaw bone, okay, in your face. Next, coming to the movable joints. So under movable joints, there are certain joints which we'll study today. The first one is hinge joint. What is a hinge? Hinge is nothing but when you open or close the door, you have hinges in between, right? And the door doesn't open both the ways, both the direction. It will open only in one direction and close in the other direction. Like your elbow here, you cannot, your forearm, you can just fold it in this manner. You cannot fold it in the other way or the opposite way. Correct? And your legs also. The knee, you can fold, because of the knee, you can fold it the backwards, the leg. But you can't fold it the frontward. So these joints, the elbow and knee joints are made up of hinge joint. Okay children? So hinge joint allows movement of bones only in one direction. Next is ball and socket joint. Ball and socket joint, as the name itself, you have a ball. One bone has a ball-like structure and the other bone acts like a socket for it. You have a plug and a socket. The same way how a plug and a socket fixes with each other, here the ball and the socket joint gets fixed to each other. Okay? For example, if I say this is a ball-like structure of the bone and this is the socket, the groove, okay, for fixing this head of the bone. And like this, if the fist is representing the ball head and this hand is representing the socket, how it will be? Like this, the movement. So where it is present, children? It is present in our upper arm, the shoulder joint. Okay, where you can rotate it fully. You can rotate any direction like this or circular motion. Okay, only because of ball and socket joint you can find this kind of rotation. So we'll write here Where it is present? Shoulder. Then also your hip part. Your thigh bone is attached to the girdle, pelvic girdle, where it is acting as a socket there. So we'll write your hip. So shoulder and hip region you find ball and socket joint. Now coming to the gliding joint. Gliding means just slide over each other. The bones, two bones will slide over each other, or you can say rub over each other. If this is a bone and this is one more bone, the bones will just move like this. Okay. So this kind of joint is present in our wrist and ankle, also in your vertebrae. Okay. In between the vertebrae, where you can find just the it won't give you full rotation movement or anything. You can just glide. Next is the pivot joint. So pivot joint helps in nodding. Okay, movement in up and down direction and sideways. Okay, nodding your head. So it is present in the neck region. Okay, back of your neck. So we'll write here as neck region. Understood, children? We have hinge joint, ball and socket joint, gliding joint and pivot joint. Okay. Okay, so now moving on to our next topic, that is muscles. So we are having a skeletal system as well as muscular system attached with each other for performing one kind of movement. And you know, children, there are over 600 muscles in our body. Totally, there are more than 600 muscles. And just our face, it has about 54 muscles. Imagine, just our face has more than around 54 muscles. So without a muscle, our body can't do any kind of function. Even for expressing your sorrowness, sadness, happy face, you have when you smile, even that happens with the help of the muscles. When you cry, everything is because of the help of the muscles. We are able to do that. Also, the major internal organs of our body, they are also made up of muscles. So the functioning of that organs depends on these muscles. So muscles are very much important for our body. Now there are basically three kinds of muscles which are present in our body. The first one is voluntary muscle, second one involuntary muscle, and third one cardiac muscles. So these muscles I will explain you with the help of showing the image to you. So children, the first one here, this is the voluntary muscle. Okay, this muscle is also called as skeletal muscles. Why this is named so? Because these kind of muscles attach to our bones or cartilages, and which helps in our movement of the part. So it helps in movement of the parts, and these muscles, voluntary muscles, are striated muscles. Striated means these stripe. There are a lot of lines you can see, right children? So these are called striated muscles as well as skeletal muscles. Okay. Then these cardiac muscles. Next is cardiac muscles. These muscles are different in their function. These muscles are present only in the wall of heart. That's why these are called as cardiac muscle. The other name of heart is cardiac. Okay, so these muscles work differently. These muscles look like voluntary muscles, that is stripe muscles. Okay, lot of striations here also you can see, correct, but they function like involuntary muscle. Okay, they function like involuntary muscles. So these voluntary muscles work with one's will, with our consciousness. If we want to move, only then we can move it. Okay, but cardiac muscle, they work involuntarily. That is, automatically they will contract and relax, which helps in pumping of the blood to all parts of our body. See, lot of striations you can see. These are the nuclei. Okay, the blue dots. Okay, children? And these cardiac muscles need to work day and night. Otherwise, if your heart stops working, what will happen? The blood won't be pumped and you may die. Next is involuntary muscles. So these muscles are also called as smooth muscles because there are no stripes or striations on these muscles. You can't see any striations, right? The stripe thing where you could see involuntary muscles and cardiac muscle. These muscles are present, smooth muscles are present in your internal organs such as stomach, intestine, your iris, muscles of your iris also. Okay, these work involuntarily. Involuntarily means it will not work according to your wish. Okay, it will work according to the signals sent by brain and spinal cord. Okay, children, so hope you have understood this. Voluntary, involuntary, then cardiac muscle. This muscle, cardiac, is a special type of muscle. Okay. Now, how do these muscles work? Okay, it cannot simply, we cannot push the muscle for it to work, right? So for a particular movement to happen, it requires two muscles. Like, for example, your arm. Okay, this is your arm from here to here. So if you want to bend your arm, if you want to lift your forearm, okay, what will happen? You will get a bulge over here. These are called biceps. Here the upper muscles are called as biceps, while the lower muscles, you can touch and see, children, the lower muscles are called as triceps. So when you fold, when you bend the forearm, what happens is the biceps contract, okay, while the triceps relax. So the triceps extend while the biceps contract. Contract means shrinking. Okay. So like this, the muscles help in the movement of our body. Okay. Now, as we are studying muscles and we know how important our muscles are, then we need to take a good care of them, right? So what kind of food are good for muscles? Food rich in calcium, iron, potassium, okay, also the proteins, proteinaceous foods like your meat, eggs, milk and leafy vegetables are all very much important. Okay, so have a proper diet which is very good in protein amount and help to take care of our muscles. Okay, also you have seen those who work out, do workouts like exercise regularly or go to gym. You can see only their muscles will be seen. You know about your abs, right? You see some of the heroes or some wrestlers having abs, showing their abs. So how do they get that? They will do that exercise and also they will take a lot of protein rich food. So you also have a proper diet which will give you a good care of your muscles. Okay. So now coming to your TB exercises. So under page 184, you have this right or wrong column. So tick for the correct and cross for the incorrect statements, children. The skeletal system gives shape to our body. Isn't it? Correct. Then the next one, the rib cage protects our spinal cord. So what does the rib cage protect, children? Yes, your lungs and heart, not your spinal cord. So put a cross there. Blood cells are made in our lungs. Wrong. Femur is the longest bone in our body. Correct. The human skull is made up of 18 bones. No, even that is wrong. It is made up of how many bones? 22 bones. Now turn the page to 186 and here under this column, bones are fastened to each other with ligaments. Correct. Put a tick. Voluntary muscles are also called smooth muscles. No, it's false. Put a cross. They are called as skeletal muscles. The heart is a voluntary muscle. No, again cross. Biceps are muscles of the arm. Correct. Regular exercise can harm our muscles. Is it so? No. Regular exercise gives good care of our muscles. Okay, now moving to the match the following, that is A main. So here ball and socket joint. Okay, ball and socket joint allows circular movement. Okay, put here 1. Next, pivot joint. It allows rotatory movement. That is rotation of your neck. Next is sliding joint. You can also write as gliding joint. So gliding joint allows movement of bones over each other. Last is hinge joint. Hinge joint allows movement of bones through only 180 degree. So mark properly, children. So now moving on to the B main. The framework of the body is called as skeleton. S-K-E-L-E-T-O-N. Next, joints which cannot be moved are called as immovable joints. Immovable joints. The substance inside long bones called as bone marrow. Bone marrow. M-A-R-R-O-W. Bones of the backbone are called as vertebra. Vertebra. Okay, right here vertebrae. The skull protects this organ. Which organ? Brain. Right, brain. The thigh bone is called as femur. F-E-M-U-R. Cardiac muscles are present here. Write down heart. H-E-A-R-T, heart. The tough tissues which join muscles to bones are called as tendons. T-E-N-D-O-N-S. Okay. Now moving on to the C main, choose the correct answer. The number of vertebrae in the backbone is 33. Tick here 33. Next, the bones of the body are filled with a substance called as marrow. A1, marrow. Hinge joint is present in the knee. Tick on the knee. The last two pairs of ribs in the rib cage are called as floating ribs. Okay, they are called as floating ribs. Now moving on to this main, you have to identify which joints are present here. See, here they have given the 4 different joints. So hinge joint H, gliding G, ball and socket B, and pivot P. So here this is the shoulder part. So ball and socket joint is present here. Write down B. Okay. Next, this is the elbow part, elbow joint. So write here H for hinge joint. This is the neck part, correct? The first 2 vertebrae. So write pivot joint, write P for pivot. This is the knee joint. So which joint is present here? Hinge joint. Write down H. And these are the bones of the wrist. So gliding joint is present here. Bones are joined by gliding joint. And the last one, this is the hip part. Correct? So we have again ball and socket joint present here. So children, copy this properly. Okay, thank you.